Hello, welcome to Why Invest Wednesday. Jeremy Kane, eXp Realty here, proud member of the Wolf Pack and Mike Sherrard's group over there. Hey, if you're watching this, please like, comment, subscribe. If you're on YouTube, or head over to my YouTube channel and subscribe. Working at building that up. But definitely hit that comment button. Make sure StreamYard knows who you are on Facebook. And give me that like and subscribe. Working on building this up. So we're going to continue on with our market updates here. The first Why Invest Wednesday of every month. We're going to go dive in hard to the numbers. These numbers are obviously from September 2021, but the October Denver Front Range real estate market update is live now. So the numbers are out. I touched a little bit on the 19% nationwide appreciation, and we're going to really dive into that today. The honest truth is that the spread between, or the gap between renters and buyers as far as wealth is concerned, is only gaining. As we move forward here, you have a 19.7% nationwide appreciation number, and that is absolutely insane. I was talking with my brother yesterday and just kind of explaining that. He's from a different state, and we were talking about Colorado numbers, but to see a 19.7% increase in home values in a single year is absolutely unheard of. Colorado and the Denver market is actually 21.3. So as is tradition, we're outpacing the national appreciation average. That's fairly typical for Colorado. Usually we're a point or two above, but that's absolutely great news for people that got into a home. For those that were waiting for a market crash or a bubble or something like that, a year, maybe 18 months ago, you said that, and you're still out there renting, paying someone else's mortgage. It's extremely bad news for you. The good news is we're still under record low interest rates, and that is when, we're really going to see the affordability start to kick in. And unfortunately, Denver will not be a place, at least on the interior, for first-time home buyers, unless you are well set up or have somebody helping you with a gift, or obviously have saved the right way through, even your teenage years or whatever. So we're going to talk about that a little bit, but absolutely the time is now to strike. Rumor is interest rates will be higher. I'm not a lender. I'm not a genie. But once those interest rates tick up, then obviously these crazy appreciation hikes will start to see less affordability. And that's something that we just need to, kind of understand as we go. One thing that I always talk to people about is, this bubble. The bubble's coming, market's coming. Absolutely. We may see a correction. We probably will see a correction at some point. The standard birth rates here, and the fact that, the largest portion of our population is just entering first-time home buying age, which I talk about a lot on this program. But we can talk about that all day and talk about the population, the demand, and all that stuff. But here's the deal. The biggest real estate downturn in all of our lives happened in 2008 through 2010. And we've kind of been on a steady uphill climb since then. Here's the facts. Your home, if you bought a home in 2006, is worth 102% more than it was. And that's 102% more. So the price has actually doubled, and that is living through the downturn. So even if we do see a correction, even if we do see a downturn, just hold on and it'll continue to appreciate. So the bottom line is, if you're sitting here watching this and you're a renter, let's talk, because as the interest rates go up and things start to move, this is going to be something that's really going to affect you. So that's a crazy statistic. Doubled in price through the greatest downturn of anyone watching this show's real estate life. So the Denver market in general is really just trying to decide. You hear every day, are we seeing a shift, or are we seeing, is it just normal? Are we, is the market shifting, or all of a sudden we're going to be in a buyer's market? We are a long ways away from a buyer's market, and I promise you that. As far as a shift goes, that's what a shift would be. What we are seeing is a general settling into a fall home buying season. If you really look back at the numbers, you look at the numbers from September 2013 to 2019. we're very we're right there. So even though homes sold this year as far as units are down month over month 13% and year over year 19%, which year over year is a little bit unfair because we had the COVID shutdowns and things were just setting up right now and pushing forward and driving forward. So that year over year comparison as far as down 19% is a little bit of a misleading statistic. But what I can tell you is in September, we sold 5,233 homes closed in the Denver market. This year, from September 2013 to 2019, the homes sold for those Septembers was between 4,400 and 5,250. So we were right there at 5,233, kind of at the upper limit of homes sold. Obviously, population growth and things like that. But that tells me it's more of a seasonality deal. And with those numbers, the prices are still going up. And you can blame demand. We have all the shipping containers waiting in harbors, waiting to, get onto land, get loaded onto land, get onto trucks, so on and so forth. And that's kind of the worker issue and finding people to actually drive those trucks and unload those ships and things, among other things but that supply is driving and matters because some of the materials on those ships are used to build houses or appliances or things like that. So that's definitely affecting our timeline. But here's the deal: if we talked about sold units, now let's talk a little bit about the average price. The average median home closed in September, median or average close price are up 15%. And the biggest thing is the close to list price dropped 0.6%. So now the list price to close price is actually down to 101.9%. So what's that's telling us is that sellers are maybe pricing a little more accurately. That has come down a little bit over the last couple of months. Keep in mind, we're still above asking price, more than 100%. So we did see the huge jump in the spring and February through June was a huge appreciation jump. We did see it level off as people went on vacations through the summers, and now we're settling back into school. But we are still seeing 100% of list price into a close price. So that's there. But what we are seeing is a little less bidding more. So maybe a little less offers bidding things up. Maybe sellers are pricing it correctly. But the fact is that we're getting better as sellers listing our homes for those values. So that's great. Active inventory is still a thing, although we are 50% higher than we were in March of 2021. We are absolutely 50% lower than the average. So active home inventory carrying over from September September 30th was 3,971 homes. And we, which is, like I said, double of what we had in March of 2021, which is great, but it's still half of what the average is. So that inventory and that demand is still, offset. So that's something that we'll continue to keep an eye on. The honest truth is, as interest rates are, rumored to go up, have gone up a little bit towards the end of September, that's something to really keep your eye on, because will the affordability factor, kind of slow things down, or will it just kind of give the haves more leverage and the have-nots not as much? So we'll continue to keep an eye on that as we move forward into the fall and winter months. But that's kind of that. So overall, what I'm seeing in the market, we've talked a lot of numbers now. Listings I've have a listing since July that's actually starting to gain some traction today. I had 2 calls on it today. So hopefully we'll get through that. But what I am seeing is buyers are coming in serious, ready to go, and driving that list price up if we price it correctly a little bit. Not quite as crazy as it has been, but I still have houses under contract with full appraisal gaps, inspection language, and things like that. So I'm seeing that in the market. As far as a buyer, I'm seeing a little bit of some of the stuff maybe hanging out past a Saturday or Sunday, but still not lasting over a week on the market. So that's definitely an opportunity a little bit. It's definitely a nice opportunity to have your agent call somebody. If you're buying a home, have them call, see what's going on. Now we have 3 bids to compete against instead of 30. So that makes it a little bit more settling. Maybe you're not having to go as crazy, but you absolutely will have to come serious, come ready to go. Make sure you're pre-qualified with some of the great lenders out there. Make sure you're understanding your financial situation before you're moving into this process. Because if you're not ready to go, you're just wasting your time, because it will be bought up. So, and then we talk about the Broncos, right? Maybe the real estate market and the Broncos have something in common. This last weekend, they took a pretty rough home loss. I was in attendance, took my girls to their first ever Bronco game. And they unfortunately lost, which both of my girls were very upset about and have just now gotten over. So Broncos are coming back to earth. Maybe the real estate market is coming back to earth a little bit, in form of, okay, we're not seeing $100,000 over. We're not seeing 20% over asking price and crazy stuff going on. So definitely opportunity. If you haven't refinanced over the last year, definitely think about your situation if you want to get that lower rate, because it will not be around for long. Let's talk about that. If you're thinking about making a move, I would not wait until the spring, because I think the spring, especially if you're a buyer who does not own a house, or don't have a house that's going to take advantage, because I think this spring is going to be bonkers, because we'll start to see those interest rates come up a little bit. They'll still be affordable, but once we get through that spring, we're going to see another huge jump. I'm estimating probably an over 10% appreciation for 2022 before we start to see more normal appreciation rates. I already have buyers calling me and things talking about 2022, and so I know that the demand's going to be there. So if you got a house to sell, and you're not quite ready to make that move and take advantage of the fall market, where it's maybe a little less crazy, maybe a little less stressful, but you're still, getting that advantage, it's definitely worth the wait if you're going to kind of cash out of a market or something into 2022. So that's what I got today. So I hope you guys have a wonderful rest of your week, rest of your Wednesday. Happy October. I hope that things are cooling off and the leaves are changing where you are. And again, please like, comment, subscribe. If you feel inclined, share this market update, as we're going to continue to do these the first Wednesday of every month. So love you guys. Hope you have a great evening, and peace.